Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season, your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavine. Southpaw winds and kicks, changing speeds east and west, a gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright, the father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play, Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones, Andrew let her fly, and his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts, a plenty from Strider, the quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez, Javi to B-Mac, Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog, he won 355, could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking, the top pitcher's lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy, the big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler, Matzik, and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren, Skip Carey 2, Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren, Spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young, the game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Ramalama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying. It felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee.
I state your name.
I state your name.
Do hereby pledge allegiance to the
armchair.
With liberty for all.
You're in Braves country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention now to the area in front of the pitcher's mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch.
You can't drink like me. You can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
What the hell's going on out here? Well, scared because his eyelids are jammed and his old man's here. We need a live rooster to take the curse off Jose's glove, and nobody seems to know what to get Millie for their wedding present. We're dealing with a lot of
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam, ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come. They'll come for reasons they can't even fathom. Not knowing for sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door as innocent as children, longing for the past.
Sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baseline. That when they were children, cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick, they'll have to brush them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. Been erased like a blackboard. Rebuilt and erased again. Baseball to mark the time. This field, This game is a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good. And it could be again. Oh, people will come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Which team do you play for?
Well, I'm a...
Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw home when we've got a 2-run lead. You let the tying run get on second, and we lost the lead because of you.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Swung line drive, let's see it. 1 run is in. Here comes Reed. He's the throw to the plate.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to 1 strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Forrest. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Here's a list of the players we'll be inviting to camp.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff.
I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. Oliver Ohio loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
If you build it, he will come. You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my life here. I love them. Good seats, huh?
You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on.
Oh, I must be in the front row.
Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball!
Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag. He missed the tag. He missed the tag.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the Atlanta Braves are back at it. We're right here with you. We're set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, the classic call of radio baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the Diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, kick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of radio baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun, and chop along. Get your game face on. We'll go over the lineups as the game moves along. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Please like and subscribe today. Don't forget to hype the videos. It helps the smaller stations to bring folks in so we can all root this great game on together. Join the country club today, and a special thanks to all the members in the country club. You help support the BCR.
Get this bus moving.
Stop.
Come back.
Too late.
Roll call. Yeah. Roll call. You're in Braves country.
Good evening, Braves country! Game 2 of the double dip. Hope everybody's having a good Friday evening. This will be a late one, so hopefully everybody got their tonic stirred. Hey, by the way, we've got a new thing coming. I think Iron Lung was the one that suggested it. I put some of it together, but it'll be tomorrow night before you actually see it. It's in the same vein that when we do the What's for Dinner, and Iron Lung had brought up that you should have something for what's to drink. So putting something together should be ready for tomorrow night's game. So look forward to that. All right. Who do we got here in the club? Uncle Charlie, JC, Chop Shop. Something about the Sabres is Chop Shop into like the WNBA or something? What exactly is the Sabres? I'm messing with you, John. I know exactly what it is. Adam Westbury, Trip Tillman. Let's go ahead and drop that in, Trip. That gets a gobble gobble.
We accept one of us. We accept one of us. Uber gobble, Uber gobble, Uber gobble. One of us.
We accept that one of us. We accept that one of us. Uber gobble, one of us. Uber gobble, one of us. Uber gobble.
Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
See Spaceman Ladarius in the club. 187. Armchair, but I know that's Jason tonight. I think tomorrow night it's Kelly, and I think Sunday we have a McKenna sighting. Roy was in there today, but he didn't do a lot of talking. He was doing about 9 different things. He's a big Cubs fan, so he volunteers for all the Cubs games. Uncle Charlie, Adam Westbury, Batman. Alex Holbrooks, good to see you. I think Willis is in here as well. What you talking about, Willis? Card House. See who else we have in here tonight. Royal PETA. 420's in the house. 420 Shober. If that's what I think is intended, it's pretty funny. Coco Rex. Chronicles is in here. Good to see you. See if we got anybody else. Royal PETA dropping. Let's go ahead and do that. Mark Ricky Ricardo.
One of us.
Oswaldo.
We accept one of us. Uber gobble, Uber gobble, Uber gobble. One of us.
We accept that one of us. We accept that one of us. Uber gobble, one of us. Uber
James
gobble,
Fisher King.
Shut up! Oh my
Maximo.
God, I don't care!
Oswaldo. I think I already got Oswaldo, but just in case I didn't.
Uber gobble, one of us.
That happens. Big truck, keep on turning. See if we missed anybody else. We're going to take a really quick break. If I missed Uncle Charlie, I'm pretty sure I got you. I just realized. Tim Panel. I just realized I was on the wrong chat a second ago. I was on the Braves Country Radio one. On the Braves Country Today one. Velvet. Margaret. So you scroll up a little bit. There's Willis. Willi. AY. Good to see you, Anonymous. Alfonso. I think that's everybody. If I missed you, holler out. Ashley A. Ashleah. Good to see you. We'll be back in a flash. Pitch by pitch, play by play of those Atlanta Braves when we return.
It is the American game. You see a guy hit the ball out the ballpark, and that same guy can come up tomorrow in that situation and miss the ball and lose the ball game. Can bring you up here, it can bring you down there. One thing about it, though, you know it always will be a tomorrow. You got me today, but I'm coming back.
Think about it. What is there in your life, besides your love of family maybe, that carries all the way through from almost your earliest recollections till the day you die, and you care about it in one way or another? There are very, very few things that make that list, but we have a child's interest in baseball, so it will be one of the few things in my life that I have cared about in one way or another all the way through.
There's a lot of wonderful stillness in baseball that I love. Many seconds of stillness. When the pitcher has got the sign, the batter is crouched, the ball players all lean forward with their hands on their knees, and then very shortly the ball is delivered. But in that tiny period when the pitch and the fever of the crowd is tangible, there's a moment of absolute stillness that I treasure.
The best of us keep as much of that childhood with us as we grow into adulthood as we can muster. And the most creative, the most happy, the most fortunate of us are those who don't lose the sense of play. And even after we're past the point of being able to actually play the game with any skill, if we love it, then it's like Peter Pan. We remain boys forever. We don't die.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball, no more measles, and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
It's all mixed up with peanuts, tobacco juice, and a hearty feeling among the fans joshing each other. Always was raucous, good spirit. Everybody came to have a good time. The whole stand's full of people all roaring. In baseball, never known an instance where so instantly a whole crowd could be brought to its feet, roaring with delight over just a clean crack of a bat against the ball.
A lot of room in right center. If he hits one there, we can dance in the streets.
Drive and a base hit. Just as the score of the tying run. Breathe to the plate. And he is saved. We're 1 out away, Braves country, from a trip to the World Series. Whatever superstition you've got, do it. The entire city of Atlanta, the entire South is standing on their feet. trying to will the Braves into the World Series. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And swung on and ripped over to Dansby Swanson. Dansby's got it. He fires over to first. Baby, sound the trumpets. Do the job through the streets. Your Atlanta Braves are headed to the World Series. And the place is going bananas.
Although edited, tonight's thriller contains suspense and violence which may be unsuitable. Parental discretion is advised.
You're in Braves country.
Good evening, y'all. Just about set for first pitch. Atlanta Braves, Colorado Rockies. Rockies come in 14-18 on the year. Braves 22-10. Braves top to bottom in the lineup. Tonight it'll be Acuna, Drake, Ozzie, Olsen, Dubon, Riley, Eli batting 7th, Heim 8th, and Mateo 9th. When the Rockies grab the sticks, it'll be Julian, Moniak, Goodman batting 3rd, Rumfield batting cleanup, playing 1st. Freeman is in right field. Johnson, the DH. Castro, the 3rd baseman. Tovar batting 8th, and McCarthy batting 9th and in center. Colorado Rockies are wearing their City Connects, and they are dreadful. Oh, man. They look like a really bad version of Sherbert. It's purple, it's pink, it's yellow. Some kind of a teal involved. Basically, a crayon box threw up all over the jersey. Braves are wearing the classic road grays. Atlanta across the chest in red, outlined in navy. Underneath is the tomahawk in red, outlined in navy, striped in gold. We're getting set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. And as soon as the 3D kicks in, we'll kick it in. Waiting for the first pitch to be thrown, and then we'll try to sync it up to you. Jose Quintana firing his final warm-up tosses, 1-2 on the year, the 4.91 ERA in 18 innings. He has 9 strikeouts and 11 walks. Ronald Acuna Jr. coming to the plate. We've got it kicking, so we will lift the screen, lift the curtain. Lefty-righty matchup. And yes, sir, It is baseball time in Braves country. The first pitch on the way from Quintana is down below the knees for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Acuna digging in. Infield playing back into the left. The 1-0 pitch. Swing! That ball is hit into left field. Down for a base hit. And your Atlanta Braves have something cooking here to start the game. Leadoff single by Acuna.
Bravo.
That'll bring Drake Baldwin to the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup, infield. Back into the right.
Bravo.
One count. Pitch down and away. Flip it over to first real quick to keep Acuna close by. Pull the screen back so you can see if Acuna decides to take off. Quintana comes set. Turns and kicks. Swing! Fouled away. And it's 1-2. I think we got it pretty squared up now. It's always a battle at the beginning because, unfortunately, if they would turn this on a little earlier, we could line it up. Infield once again back into right. The 1-2 pitch is inside. That gets him in the shirt. Acuna had taken off. He had second base stolen, but it's going to be a hit by pitch. It hit him basically in the sleeve. So he'll head on down to first. We'll have runners on first and second, and nobody out. And Ozzie Albies stepping to the plate. Lefty-righty matchup. The infield now back into the left. Double play depth for the second baseman. Holding the runner on at first. The first pitch on the way. Swing. Rattles it up the middle. And that's going to be a bit of a mess. I think they did turn the double play. We'll call it a 4-3 double play. Ozzie thinks he beat it out. We'll see if they want to challenge it. Drake out at second. That's for sure. Weiss wants to look at it, so maybe we'll catch a break here. It was a little bit of a miscommunication as the second baseman and shortstop almost ran into each other. It's really close. You might as well challenge it when it's that close because, hey, honestly, since the ABS system has started, we don't see as many challenges anymore. So they're going to take a look at it. While we wait on that, trying to get a good look at it here. Right now the call is out, so it's got to be definitive. Looking at the replay. Man, it's like tie goes to the runner. And unfortunately, they called him out. I thought from the blind look of it, off the jump, that he was safe. Julian and Tovar almost collided at second base. So Julian ended up keeping the ball to the second baseman, threw off his back foot, and threw it to first. And Ozzie's safe. It's by a hair, but he's safe. Now, whether or not they overturn it, that's another story. But right now, it looks like he would be safe and we'd have runners on the corners with one out. It is bang, bang. Quintana continues to warm up as they wait for the call. Olsen coming to the plate. they're going to call him out, but that's another bad call from the replay booth in New York. Whoa, wait a minute. I just saw a different look, a different angle on the Colorado feed. If you see it coming from the first base dugout, they might have actually gotten that right. It was so close, it was going to be hard to get it turned over. Matt Olson, the batter, first pitch on the way, swing, pops it up, and that'll be a lazy fly ball into shallow center field. The outfielder's about to collide with the infield again. That will end the inning, but it appears to be quite the disaster going on in the defense department in Colorado. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Interesting facts about me. I was born on my birthday. I don't tell everybody this, but I'm also naked under my clothes.
Spring training, the precursor to the regular season. Here's the history of spring training. The first baseball team to host spring training outside of their home field was the New York Mutuals when they traveled to New Orleans in 1869. Aside from New Orleans, teams would also train in Washington, D.C., Georgia, and Cape May in New Jersey. Originally, not all teams participated in spring training. One manager argued that players would be more susceptible to injuries and colds when they returned to their colder home climates. The birthplace of spring training baseball could be traced back to Hot Springs, Arkansas, where the first major league teams would visit before the season started. Babe Ruth's first time playing any position other than pitcher occurred in a spring training game on St. Patrick's Day in 1918. The first time the phrase pitchers and catchers report was used was in an article in the Sporting News in 1924. After World War II, both the Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Yankees trained outside of the United States in the Dominican Republic and Cuba. The Grapefruit League got its name after an aviator named Ruth Law was supposed to drop a baseball 500 feet out of her plane for the Brooklyn Dodgers manager Wilbert Robinson to catch, but instead used a grapefruit because she forgot the ball. Usually the team with the best record in spring training doesn't go on to win the whole thing, but it has happened. Both the 2009 Yankees and the 2018 Boston Red Sox won both the Grapefruit League and the World Series in the same year.
So it wasn't just Ken Seiko, and so one of the reasons that I thought that it was an important subject was it was spreading. It was already spreading by 1988.
The sports writer Tom Boswell tried to raise the issue, but no one paid attention. Soon, other players, including some of Canseco's Oakland teammates, were asking him for advice, following his training program.
We began seeing these enormous bodies like we'd never seen before. And, you know, when you saw some guys take off their shirts, all of a sudden it's like, whoa, what's going on here?
Welcome back, y'all. We head to the bottom of the first inning, and Grant Holmes stepping to the plate, or the bump, excuse me. First pitch on the way is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Julian, the batter. He'll be followed by Moniak and Goodman. Julian digs in. The pitch. Off the plate, four-seam fastball. And it is 2-0. The 2-0 count. Swing, chops it foul, back behind the plate, 2-1. Just realized we didn't get the new emojis up before the game, so I'm working on it in between pitches. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss slider. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Kicks and fires in the dirt. Full count. That ball almost hit him in the foot. Edward Julian batting .304 on the year and .839 OPS. The 3-2, high and outside, ball four, and he'll head on down to first. So trouble a brewing here in the bottom of the first inning. Braves nothing, Rockies nothing. First pitch on the way is a curveball, hits the outer edge. Moniak. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Mickey Moniak, 8 home runs on the year and a 10-13 OPS. The 0-1. Swing, slaps it through the hole on the left side. And it's going to be runners at first and second and nobody out, and the power hitter, Hunter Goodman, coming to the plate. Hard hit ball against the shift. They were playing back into the right, and he hit it to the left side. Riley was over there by himself, and basically the ball was hit where a shortstop normally sits. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way to Goodman is chopped off the plate. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing. Fouls it back. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Goodman, 9 home runs on the year. That's tied with Matt Olson, so it gives you an idea what kind of power he has. He's had a couple of games this year where he's hit 2 in one game. The 0-2 count. Infield trying to set up for the double play. Cleanup hitter Rumfield is on deck. Holmes, his 11th pitch of the inning. Brings it. Swing, roasted towards the left field. And that's going to go off the wall over the head of the outfield, over the head, over the wall. And it is going to be an RBI double, a grounds rule double. And Colorado takes a 1-0 lead. That ball was smoked. Absolutely clocked. Over the left field wall. Eli White, who was playing left field out there, was playing pretty deep. That ball was drilled. First pitch on the way is a curveball. Chop foul off the plate. It's 0-1. Eli is in left. Dubon is in center. And Acuna in right tonight. Round the horn, third to first. It's Riley, Mateo, Ozzie, and Olson. Harris getting the night off because of the left-hander and because of his quad injury. Drake is your designated hitter. Heim is behind the plate. The 0-1 down and in, 1-1. 1-1 count, 1-0 your score. Kicks and fires. Inside, cutter misses. 2-1. We've got you reset. There's the Grant Holmes emoji. That's the Brave Strong. And, of course, we still have Big Time and all the others. The 2-1. In the dirt. Ball 3, 3-1. We really need to tighten up here. Runners. It's second and third. Nobody out. A 3-1 count to Rumfield. The pitch. Swing. Rips it into center field. That's down for a base hit. Short hops. Here comes the throw into the infield. They'll have runners on the corners and still nobody out. And it's 2-0 Colorado. Hard hit ball. Dubon had a pretty good jump on it, but it was sinking fast. And you have to play much deeper here in Denver than you do elsewhere. Hefner's coming out there to talk to Jeremy Hefner, the pitching coach for the Braves, is coming out to talk to Grant Holmes, try to settle him down. Talked about this on Braves Country today. The funny thing the ball does in Denver, usually your spin it doesn't spin the same way, and a lot of pitchers have a lot of issues with it. It's one of the reasons why the Rockies have had such a difficult time trying to build a champion year in, year out, because the outfield itself is the widest in baseball, so you've got a lot of ground to cover, and that's another reason why you won't see Harris in the lineup this weekend. He will probably DH against right-handers, but against the lefties. First pitch on the way is dropped in for, that was a bad decision by Olson. He scoops it and flips it to home. The runner will be safe, and they've got runners at first and second and nobody out, and it's 3-0 Colorado. If you hear me accidentally say Denver, for some reason the Rockies broadcast has Denver across, and they're playing into the whole Denver because of their city connects. And I guess it's supposed to be like the Denver Nuggets, because their city connects kind of look like a pink and purple version of their basketball uniforms. Kind of, not really, but it says Rockies across the chest. It doesn't say Denver, so I still don't get it. But 3-0 your score. First pitch is right there, cutter to Johnston. It's 0-1. Now this is the bad news, trailing 3-0. The good news is the Braves ought to score their share of runs. They probably should have had some in the first inning if the umpires hadn't have blown that call, but also there were a couple of opportunities there, and they'll get plenty more. The 0-1 bangs it back foul. It's 0-2. What Grant Holmes has to do is just keep the bleeding to a minimum. This offense will get you back in it. 0-2 count. Pitch on the way, swing. Slaps it down the line, and we'll do it again. Castro is on deck. Braves trail 3-0. Pitch on the way, swing. Laces it out to left field. It's down for a base hit. Here comes the throw from Eli White. They'll go station to station. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the first inning, and Willie Castro coming to the plate. Castro batting .247 on the year. First pitch, swing, fouls it back. It's 0-1. The 0-1 count. Turns and fires. Upstairs, misses high. 1-1. Infield playing back and to the right, double play depth. They'll give up a run to get it out to start getting out of this jam. Is the 1-1 in the dirt, 2-1. We've seen this year after year when we come out here to Denver. Certain pitchers just struggle in this environment. It's such a big outfield to cover. The 2-1 pitch, swing, fouls it back, 2-2. 2-2 count, bases loaded. On deck is Tovar. In the hole is McCarthy. If and when those two reach, the Rockies will have batted around here in the first inning. 3 across, 3 on, nobody out. The number 7 hitter, Castro, digging in. The pitch. Swing, chops it over to first. Olson stands on the bag, gets the out, then it has a wild throw, and that's going to bring 2 runs home. So it's going to be A 5-0 score. Olsen will have an error on him. He was rushing the throw because when he steps on first, they're now going to have to tag him at the plate. If he was going to try to get that run, he should have just fired it to home plate. But it was a bad throw. Down and low to Heim. If you look at the replay, Olsen was throwing off his front foot, and that's never good, especially when you're a first baseman not used to it. First pitch is a slider, swing and a miss, and so on. So the bad news is it's 5-0. The good news is they've only got one more guy on. Runner at third, one out. The infield will be drawn in. The 0-1. Swing pops it up. And giving chase is, oh, mercy. Ozzy's got it. He'll fire it back into the infield, and they'll have to stay put. Good play by Ozzy, a juggling catch over his shoulder. If you remember a few times the last few years, even when the Braves haven't been playing that well, we have gotten into big deficits and have still come back and won games in Colorado early on. Mateo and Ozzy almost ran into each other. 5-0 your score. The number 9 hitter, McCarthy, takes the curveball down and in. It's 1-0. On deck would be Julian. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Thankfully for us, most of y'all don't make the decisions for the Braves. Let's see some of the comments. The 1-1 pitch. Misses high, 2-1. 2-1 count. Colorado leads it 5-0. The pitch on the way. Down below the knees, 2-1. Philly leads the Marlins 2-1. We win either way in that one. The 3-1 pitch right down the pipe, four-seam fastball, full count. The one pitch that doesn't tend to have an issue with the control in Denver is the fastball. It's much more of any pitch with movement. The 3-2. They're going to say that was outside the zone, ball 4. I don't think Heim is going to challenge it. It's probably just off the edge. Runners on the corners, 2 outs, and Hefner is on the horn now as they'll start getting someone ready. We've seen some good pitchers for the Braves go out to Colorado, and they can't find the zone. And they all have the same comments after the game that the ball just doesn't move like they expect it to. So they're nowhere near the strike zone, or if they are in the strike zone, they'll hang it in there. Julian standing at the plate, righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way, upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. 5-0 your score. Hunter Stratton is warming up in the pen for Atlanta. The 1-0. They're going to flip it over to first real quick to try to keep the runner close by. Julian, who walked his first time up, the 0-1. Infield back and to the right. Long first inning. The 0-1 pitch. Swing. Fouls it off. It's 0-2. McCarthy was taken off on that pitch. He probably would have been safe. So an 0-2 count. They're messing around with the pitch comm device right now. The 0-2. Pitch on the way, down and in, 1-2. Just got to stop the bleeding here and get the bats and maybe get a breather for Grant Holmes. He gets a chance to warm up on that mound going into the second inning. He might find something. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike three. Slider got him, and that'll end the inning. We'll be back in a flash, trailing by 5, but we're in Colorado. It's far from over.
Out of all my body parts, my eyeballs are the strongest because I roll them like 342 times a day.
You see this? He can't hit, he can't run, and he should have been born a girl. The only way he can catch a ball is if it hits him directly in the mouth. And yet, he shows up week after week just like a cold sore. If he can try, you can try. Now get out there and act like there's something in those jock straps.
Happy day to everyone except people that insist on putting loose change on top of dollar bills in your receipt in your hand. Like, don't do that. Change first.
In the wake of drug scandals that had rocked the game in the 1980s, Commissioner Fay Vincent was more concerned with preventing cocaine and marijuana abuse. And the powerful Major League Baseball Players Association, now led by Donald Fear, was vehemently opposed to any mandatory steroid screening program as a violation of their members' right to privacy. As a result, professional baseball players were free to take whatever they wanted, with no fear of punishment.
The notion that we would willingly surrender to our employer as the price of a job all the protections we insist on from the government is a rather extraordinary notion.
The Players Association did a horrible job in this case. They should have seen this early on and said, wait a minute, how can we expect some of our players to compete at a competitive disadvantage or force them to make the horrible choice of running whatever risks there may be to their health or their reputations or whatever it may be to either use to keep up or don't use and inevitably fall behind? Who is it that we represent? The guilty or the innocent?
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Dubon is inside. Called a ball. It's 1-0. It's been so long since we were at the top of the first. Let me go ahead and do what we normally do because I can't remember if I did it. The 1-0. Misses high, 2-0. Left to right across the outfield for the Rockies. It's Moniak, McCarthy, and Freeman around the horn. Third to first, it's Castro, Tovar, Julian, and Rumfield. Goodman behind the plate and Quintana on the bump. The 2-0 pitch grabs the outer edge. 2-1. Austin Riley on deck, batting in the 6th spot. White in the hole. The 2-1 pitch, swing. And that ball get dropped into center field, and that's down for a base hit. Well, all right, Atlanta, let's get into this. Show them that we're out here to play a baseball game and not just sit there and be roadkill.
Pardon me, would you have any... But of course.
You know, if you think about it, 4 bloops and a blast, and we're back in it. Austin Riley at the plate. First pitch on the way. Drops a curveball in there, about belt high. It's 0-1. Austin Riley, 588 OPS and a 190 average. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, four-seam fastball. Blew it right by him. 89 miles an hour. It's 0-2. He's just second-guessing himself left and right. That's why an 89-mile-an-hour fastball looked like 100 to him. The 0-2 count. Curveball in the dirt, 1-2. Philly leads Miami 2-1. They're in the bottom of the 6th. We'll get you caught up on the standings and the scores here in a second. Going into today's action, the 1-2, swing, fouls it straight back. We'll do it again. We come into today's action in the National League East, 6.5 in front of Miami, 9.5 in front of Philly after they swept their doubleheader yesterday, 7 in front of Washington, and 11.5 in front of the Mets. The 1-2, swing and a miss, chased a bad changeup off the plate and one away. No one's asking that tough question to Weiss post-game, but it's beyond overdue. What is Riley doing hitting in the middle of the order? When a guy's struggling this bad, you've got to drop him. For a team that says they go off of analytics, that analytically does not make sense. Eli White takes the first swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Chasing a slurve down and in, the 0-1. What you'll get from Jose Quintana is a 5-pitch mix. Actually, a 4-pitch mix nowadays. The 0-1. Changeup, called for a strike. It's 0-2. He throws the 4-seamer about 30% of the time, and the curveball 28. Sinker 21, and the changeup 20% as they flip it over to first to keep Dubon close by. He used to throw a slider. He no longer does. So a 4-pitch mix, and he tries to stay on the outside on most of them. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. 1-2 count. Brings it. Swing and a miss. Chase a slurve in the dirt. Strike 3. Bad at bat by Eli. 2 down. Jonah Heim now the batter. The out-of-town scoreboard looks like this. They're in Detroit, Michigan tonight. And the Tigers and Rangers are tied at 4 in the 8th. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Pirates lead the Reds 4-0 in the 4th. Your nation's capital, the Brewers have a 6-1 lead over the Nationals in the 8th. First pitch is upstairs, 4-seam fastball to Jonah Heim. It's 1-0. Down in the Bronx, Yankees 5-2 over the Orioles in the 7th. They're in Fenway, and the Rockies got a lead on the Astros 3-1 in the 8th. The 1-0 pitch misses high, 2-0. St. Louis 4, Dodgers 1, 4th inning. Down on South Beach, the Phillies lead the Marlins 2-1, and the Blue Jays have a 4-2 lead on the Twins in Minnesota. The 2-0 pitch, swing, pops it back foul, 2-1. Later on tonight, in the 9 o'clock hour, all these games are starting between 9:38 and 9:45. Mets are at the Angels, White Sox are at the Padres, Guardians at the A's, and the Royals are at the Mariners. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2. The Rays 3-0 winners over the Giants. That was a quick-moving game. That game was an evening game. And earlier today, the first part of our doubleheader, the Cubs held off the Diamondbacks 6-5. The 2-2. Kicks. Pops that back foul. Do it again. Standing on deck is Mateo. This will be the 26th pitch of the evening for Quintana. Brings it. Swing, lifts it into right field, and drifting back, making the catch. F9, your scorecard is Freeman. We'll be back in a flash. Rockies lead at 5-0. We go to the bottom of the second.
I feel like if God wanted to make me mentally stable, he would have made me mentally stable. But he didn't. So lock your doors.
after that tough 7-game series, Rodman had comments.
Yes.
You know, about Larry Legend. Then they come to you.
Yeah.
And you had comments.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Game 7, I think Larry has like a triple-double, like, you know, he torched Rodman, right? So Rodman's all upset. They get him the mic, and he says what he says, right? And I kind of echo it. Now, here's the beauty of it. Larry, you had my career right in the palm of your hand. Had you handled that press conference different, you could have just like, but this is what this man said.
If the statements or whatever was said doesn't bother me, I don't think it should bother any of us. But I just feel sorry for Isaiah because, you know, just walking in this room and seeing everybody, it must have touched a lot of people. But if Isaiah tells me that it was a joking matter, I think we should leave it at that.
Come on, we've been in them locker rooms, taking tough losses. You know, competition sometimes brings the best out of you and the worst. Isaiah was a great basketball player. He had a big career ahead of it. Could damage his career by saying something I didn't mean.
Do you think I'm elitist?
Of course I do. You needn't worry about that.
No, not in a good way.
Ever since the players had formed their union in 1966, tensions with the owners had steadily escalated. There had been a strike or a lockout every time they had to negotiate a new contract.
Basically what? They're arguing over how to spend our money, right? You know, I mean, I'm a baseball fan, I like to see them play ball, but, you know, I have no sympathy for either party. None.
The fact that it shut down and stayed shut down was devastating. I can remember being in New York in the fall and being on a 7 train and going past Shea Stadium. It looked like a graveyard to me. I can remember just thinking they should be playing right now and just being so angry to the point where like there were tears in my eyes.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way is swung on and swatted down the line, foul. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Mickey Moniak, the number 2 hitter, who singled his first time up, takes the 0-1 off the plate, 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires, swing lifted, high and deep, and that ball's gone. Clubbed right down the socket. And Grant Holmes has given up 6 runs now. Solo shot, Moniak's 9th home run of the year, and they got a 6-pack on the board at 6-0. He's just getting too much of the plate. And a lot of times that happens when you got the altitude issues. It's also cool there in Denver. You keep seeing him blow on his hands to warm up his fingers. And between that and the altitude, whatever the issue is, it might be time to go get him just to save face. You don't want to ruin a pitcher for one game here in Denver. And who knows, maybe Stratton can go and straighten him out. Hunter Goodman coming to the plate. And I guess they'll leave Holmes out there. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Called for a strike in and out of the glove of Heim. It's 0-1. I guess Heim will be blaming the altitude for not catching that ball. The 0-1. Swing. Hit hard on the ground, but right at Riley. Riley fires it over to first. And there's one away. One up, one down. Infield is back and to the right. Rumfield the batter. First pitch is down and in. Check swing. You went around. It's 0-1. Man, home plate umpire. You talk about being overzealous on a call. I don't remember Chad Fairchild being like that before, but he was the 0-1 pitch swing. Rolled on the ground to Olson. He'll flip it to Grant Holmes, who's covering the bag. 3-1, 2 down. Chad Fairchild is your home plate umpire, and that first strike, he came out of the box, and as he was pointing at the batter, swung his finger around like he went around and then punched him out on the first strike of an at bat. It was strange because even the batter looked at him and go, "Are you okay? What's going on with you?" It was like a little league umpire his first day. First pitch swinging here. Freeman will ground it over to short, and that'll get him out of the inning. So the Braves give up 1. They trail by 6. We'll go to the third. Start swinging the sticks, baby. It's all you can do here in Braves country.
Be like, men can get pregnant and have periods too, and don't you dare say otherwise. And another thing, until a man can get pregnant and carry a baby, I don't want to hear his opinion on abortion.
So everybody says if you take the coordinates to the Miami Mall and you reverse them, it'll put you in Antarctica.
Yeah, it's a grid system, dude. Latitude, longitude. It's a grid system. Yeah, that's how it works.
So all this talk of portals and stuff opening up, right? You change the north to east and change the west to south. That's it. It puts you right in Antarctica. Isn't that crazy?
Except it isn't, dude. It isn't. Have you ever seen a graph? It's not that crazy. I want to be an idiot. I want to be dumb, dude. Because you got to be dumb to just... Oh, somebody told me if you mix these numbers, then that's a portal to another. No further questions.
Now watch this. Watch what happens when I change the south and the east to north and west. Look where it puts me in.
Is it putting you on the other side of the graph, dude? Are you going to the other side of the graph?
Now, what are the odds of that?
It is a grid system. The odds are pretty good, dude. Have you never seen a graph? You can go up, you can go down, you can go left and right. What are you not getting about this? I wish I was an idiot, dude. Your life seems simple and great, and I'm envious.
Y'all, I recently realized that it's really important for me to get out of the house every once in a while to remind myself why I don't go out.
You suffer a shocking loss, and you think it's never going to be the same again. And you're thinking, I'm not going to another game. I'm not going to pay the prices that go into the players' pockets and into the management's wallets. I'm not going to do it. I'm sick of all of them. And then Ripken comes along.
Jorge Mateo, the number 9 batter, leads us off. First pitch is down and in, sinker misses. It's 1-0. Braves trail 6-0, top of the third, but we're in Denver, so bizarro world, you never know. The 1-0. Swing, lifts it high and deep into left field, but not deep enough. Just before the warning track, making the catch is Moniak for out number 1. Not likely that Grant Holmes will get the 6 innings that someone was mentioning in there. He's already at 46 pitches. Ronald Acuna Jr. stands in, lefty-righty. First pitch on the way. Swing, rips it towards left field. Moniak on the run. He'll make that catch. 2 down. Two up and 2 down. Drake Baldwin will come to the plate. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Just kind of tapped him on the sleeve. Batting .308 coming into the game. The 1-2, or 1 for 2. First pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 count. Brings it, swing, lifts it into left field, and Moniak, busy beaver out there, he'll make the catch again. So the Braves go down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the third, trailing by a 6-pack here at Coors Field.
Hey, so to the guys that go to the gym every day for no reason at all, why?
Dad, teacher said we could be anything we wanted to be.
She wasn't talking to you, son. Go in the backyard and practice digging some holes.
While we all know the Muffin Man from the world-famous nursery rhyme, many don't know that it is based on a harrowing true story. Between 1589 and 1598, a man known as Frederick Thomas Linwood resided on Drury Lane in Victorian London. During his daily deliveries, he would lure children away from their homes by tying none other than, you guessed it, a muffin to a string, making him one of the first documented serial killers in history. As a result of Linwood terrorizing the streets of London, the nursery rhyme we all know today was created as a way to keep kids safe and raise awareness, and now is a prominent nursery rhyme that many don't know the dark origins behind.
Armchair.
Damn it, are you eating my egg?
Well, yeah, I got hungry. We never got our fish and chips.
That was the only one in the nest.
Nest? What? Where'd you get this egg? And why are you going around stealing eggs from nests and trees?
Well, it wasn't in a tree, it was in a hole. Yeah, I mean, it's like a rat's egg or something.
As he approached the record, Ripken quietly waged a solitary campaign to refill half-empty ballparks, one fan at a time.
He truly acted like an adult after the strike and saw what he could bring to the game in 1995, even at an enormous cost to himself. Signing autographs for hours and hours. I remember one night when, we came back up from interviewing and finished our stories. It's midnight now, and you look out and there's still a line going all the way back up into the stands, and Cal is still signing autographs.
Welcome back. I forgot we had, earlier today, I'd made a clip for when Riley gets out. Let me see if I can find it. I'll play it anyways. I should have played it that first time. I forgot all about it. First pitch on the way is down and in to Johnston. Righty-lefty matchup. Holmes back out there for another inning. It's 1-0. It'd be nice to get 6 innings out of Holmes. Maybe get a couple of quick innings here. The 1-0. Swing. Fouls it back. 1-1. Here it is. This is the one we're supposed to. I was going to play, and I should have. What did he do? He struck out the first time. 1-1 count. Outside wide. 2-1.
Screw you, hippie.
I guess that kind of works for Holmes too with his hair. 2-1 count. Johnston taking his time out. Braves lead. Braves trail 6-0, and what just happened over there? The Phillies are going to put it to the Marlins. They're up now 6-1. Is the 2-1 right there for a strike, 2-2. The 2-2. High and out of the zone, full count. I think I have seen these version of the Rockies City Connects is the 3-2 pitch swing. Dribbles it down the third base line. That's going to be extra bases. As Eli White comes and scoops it up and flips it into the infield. But he had a long way to go in this outfield. By the time he got to it, a leadoff double for the Rockies. That'll bring Castro to the plate. Righty-lefty matchup. Castro, the batter, first pitch on the way, is upstairs, misses high for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, fouls it away. 1-1. No runs, 2 hits, and an error for Atlanta. 6-7-0 for Colorado. 5 earned runs for Holmes as the 1-1 misses. 2-1. He is at 55 pitches. I would think Stratton's still warming up in the pen. At least staying loose. The 2-1 pitch swing. Hits it on the ground. Mateo bobbles it, fires it to first. He'll get the runner. 6-3, and there's one down. Runner on the play. The runner from second moves to third. Ezekiel Tovar will come to the plate. Tovar, first pitch, high and inside, busts him back. It's 1-0. Have to get another look at that. I thought maybe Tovar was leaning in over the plate. I think that ball just got away from Grant. The 1-0. Swing, fouls it straight back. Hanging slider, 1-1. Infield is in once again. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Could really use a strikeout here. Runner at third and one out. Infield all the way in. Any kind of a hard shot will most likely get through. The guy's toes are on the grass, except for Riley. He's even with the bag. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 4-seam fastball. Blew it right by him, and there's 2 down. Big strike out there. That'll bring the number 9 hitter, McCarthy, to the plate. First pitch to McCarthy is curveball. They called that a ball. It looked like it hit the top of the zone. We're not going to challenge. It's 1-0. 1-0. If the score holds in Miami is the 1-0 pitch. Check swing to go around. He's going to challenge that one. All right. This one Heim's going to challenge. He should have challenged the last one. And that one's 2 inches out of the zone.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
The 2-0 pitch. Swing, rips it over to first. Olson's got it. Flips it to Holmes, and that'll get us out of the inning. So it can be done. We keep them off the scoreboard. We'll be back in a flash. We go to the top of the 4th, trailing 6-0.
Can someone explain to me how 2 + 2 and 2 × 2 equal 4? Like they both, like what's the point in multiplication if it just means the same thing? Like,
what do you call when you can't drink milk?
Lactose and tyrannic.
Lactose and what?
Lactose and tyrannic. That's when you can't drink milk and stuff. That's how you say it.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
I just want to be clear.
You're upset because we made friends with your cat?
You're unreasonable people. You're holding our cat. Go in your yard and say, go home. Don't come in our yard anymore.
She will not listen. She's a cat. She doesn't speak English. It's a cat, dude.
Really? Okay. All right. Well, we'll have the police department figure it out.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Great idea.
All right, you cat pervert.
I've done nothing to bring the cat. I've done nothing to bring the...
On September 6th, 1995, 5 months after the strike had ended, the Orioles faced the California Angels in Baltimore. Tickets for this game had been sold out for months. After 4.5 innings of play, the game was official. Cal Ripken had played in 2,131 consecutive games.
For the moment you've been waiting for.
Welcome back, y'all. Braves trail 6-0. We go to the top of the fourth inning. If you're just joining us, Grant Holmes just hasn't had it tonight. Could be the altitude and not being able to control the ball, but nonetheless, it's 6-0 Colorado. The 1-0 pitch to Ozzie Albies. Sinker up top, sizzles it back to the backstop. It's 1-1. Second time through the order, San Quintana. He's a veteran. He's been around for quite some time. If the scores stay the same in Miami and the Braves don't come back to win, we'll still lead the division by 6.5. Is the 1-1 outside wide, 2-1. We would lead Washington by 7 as they are trailing by quite a bit. And Philadelphia would get within 8.5 of Atlanta. Mets are in Los Angeles to face the Angels later tonight. The 2-1 count, brings it. Swing, pops it up. Down the right field line, foul territory, give and chase. That ball's going to fall harmlessly to the turf. Say about 15, 20 feet into foul territory. There's such a big outfield, the right fielder just has no chance to get it because he has to cover so much room. So he's way in the back. That's why if you're following along at home on your television set, you notice the first baseman was the closest man to it running, and he knew it. He knew he had to go. The 2-2, down and in, ball 3, 3-2. So a full count. The last thing you want to do is get on some kind of a losing streak, and the Phillies getting hot. The next thing you look up, and the division's tight again after a great start to the season. The full count. Swing, lifts it. High into right field, lazy fly ball, and F9 your scorecard, and there's one away. Braves got one hit by Acuna to start the game off, and one hit by Dubon, both singles. And that's about it. Rockies, 6 runs and 7 hits. Matt Olson will come to the plate. Olson batting .294 and .979 OPS. 9 home runs on the year. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here comes the first pitch from Quintana. Swing and a miss, four-seam fastball. It's 0-1. The 0-1 to Olson. Brings it. Out and away, Slurve missing. 1-1. Matt Olson, this will be his 816th consecutive game played. Closest man to him is Pete Alonso at 447. After that, they're in the 200s. I believe Ellie De La Cruz was third on that list. 2-1 count to Olson as that pitch misses. Quintana comes set. His 41st of the night. Kicks and fires. Check swing up top. 2-1. Or excuse me, 2-2. 2-2 count. Nobody on, one out. And you can get runs in bunches as we saw in the first. The 2-2 pitch. Olson digging in. Swing! That ball's lifted high and deep. going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone.
Hello from Plank Road Field. Smooth as it gets.
Ice House. Always smooth, never watered down.
We must win today. Losing is not an option.
Ram-a-lamma ding-dong, a solo shot. The Braves are on the board. 415 happy feet later. Dubon comes to the plate. Lefty-righty, first pitch is a sinker. Just kisses the edge. It's 0-1. Imagine the numbers Matt Olson would put up in Denver, Colorado if he became a Rocky. My word. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. He would flirt with the real home run record. 0-2 to Dubon. On deck is Riley. Pitch on the way, misses. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swing, laces it towards right. And F9 your scorecard, and there's 2 down. 2 down, and Austin Riley will come to the plate. Maybe he can finally get off the schneid. He struck out his first time up. First pitch, swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball, about letter high. A little bit out of the zone. It's 0-1. Infield back into the left. The 0-1. Fouled back. Down the right field side. First base line. It's 0-2. If Riley can get on, Eli is on deck. Heim in the hole. But there are 2 down. Braves on the board at 6-1. Moments ago, a home run by Olson. The 0-2. Slurve down and in. It's 1-2. 1-2 count. Brings it. Misses high. 2-2. The 2-2 to Riley. Turns and fires. Swing. Hard hit ball over to third. The third baseman stumbles. He'll fire it to first, and it'll be an infield single from Riley. You can argue that should be an error by the third baseman over there, but they're going to give him a single, and Austin Riley is aboard. Caught the ball, and he just stumbled over his own feet.
Blue, you're my boy!
Castro. Somebody likes him up in the score booth. Eli White, the batter, first pitch. Off the edge, misses. Called for a strike. It's 0-1. Your home plate umpire, Chad Fairchild, one of the lower-rated umpires in baseball, ranks down in the bottom 20%. He's been calling wide strikes all night. The 0-1. Misses high. Did he go around? He did not. 1-1. But at the beginning of the at-bat, and it's a close call, a lot of these guys just aren't challenging those pitches. The 1-1. Swing. Hard hit ball up the middle, but it's right at the second baseman, and that'll end the inning. Eli was booking down the line. 4-3 is your putout, and the Braves trail by 5, but we did get one on the board. 4 bloops and a blast, and we'll tie this baby up. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
I may not be famous, and I may not be a beauty queen. That's it. That's all.
This is the career of Denton Young. People who witnessed his fastball destroy fences said it looked like a cyclone hit it, and that's how he got the nickname Cy. Because he threw so hard, one of his battery mates named Charles Zimmer used to put a beefsteak inside of his glove to protect his catching hand. He was a workhorse. On the last day of his rookie season, he pitched both games of a doubleheader, and not surprisingly, won both of them. They say he is one of the reasons they changed the distance from the mound to home plate in 1893. Around 1895, he developed a pitch called a slow ball to help reduce the stress on his arm. If you're wondering what a slow ball is, look no further than the changeup. In 1902, he joined the Boston Americans of the American League. How did he fare? Pretty good, considering he won almost 42% of his team's games in his first season with the team. Threw the first perfect game in American League history against the Philadelphia Athletics. He still holds the record for the most consecutive innings without allowing a hit. 25 1/3 innings, or 76 hitless batters. In 1911, he retired at the age of 44. His 749 complete games and 511 wins will never be broken.
Armchair.
Hey, could somebody explain to me what's the use of having health insurance when all we do is pay a bunch of money every month in case something happens, but when something does happen, we have to pay a bunch more?
0-2 pitch. Fastball blown away.
When you watched Pedro, it was almost poignant in a way that someone that small could throw that hard. Most great pitchers, you look at them and they all have one great strikeout pitch. If the count's 0-2 or if even counts 3-2, he always has one place to go to get you out. Well, Pedro Martinez had 3 places to get you out. It was the fastball, it was the changeup, and it was the curveball. They were all the best pitches of their kind in baseball at the time. And he could put them anywhere that he wanted.
Grant Holmes back out there for another inning of work. First pitch down and in, curveball to the leadoff man, Julian. It's 1-0. The 1-2-3 hitters due up in this. Something's going on. Grant Holmes is getting called out by the home plate umpire. Not sure what it is. And it looks like it's a 2-0 count. They're saying that he didn't engage or pitcher violation. Holmes looks confused on it. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, as long as you get rid of the ball before the end of the pitch clock, who cares? Four-seam fastball, bang foul, down the line 2-1. If I'm Grant Holmes, the way I've been pitching tonight, I'd have told old Blue to go screw and get kicked out of the game. The 2-1 pitch, right there on the edge, 2-2. Give him an old, I'll fight you right now. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 away. Grant Holmes. His 3rd strikeout of the night. Of course, 2 walks, a home run, 6 hits, and 5 earned. Braves trail 6-1. The slider, swing and a miss to Moniak. It's 0-1. Moniak hit 1 out his last time up. 2 for 2 on the day. The single as well. The 0-1 pitch chopped through the middle. And on it is Mateo. He'll flip it to first. 6-3, 2 down. Same 2 teams tomorrow night. Chris Sale night. We'll come on the air 7:30. It's a half hour earlier tomorrow night. 8:10 first pitch. They've always done that, and I don't know why. But Friday night and Saturday night, they're a half hour in front. And then on Sunday, Spencer Strider returns. He'll be the starter on Sunday. And that's a 3:10 first pitch. We'll come on the air 2:30. The first one to Goodman is swung on and belted back foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1 swing. Chops it down the line. It's 0-2. Goodman 1 for 2 on the day. Hit a ground rule double. They collected himself an RBI, came around to score as well. Grounded out to third his second time up. The 0-2. Brings it. Caught, looking strike 3. Goodman wants to challenge it. We'll see what happens here. I think he's going to lose this challenge. We'll have to wait for it to be official. And he does strike 3. So he'll head to the dugout. We'll grab the sticks. We'll be back in a flash.
I play real sports, not trying to be the best at exercising. I'm Teddy Powers! I'm the man who has the ball, so that is why I am better than everyone in the world.
I'm only calling your phone 32 times and that's it. Boy, I'm not about to chase you.
The 1906 Chicago Cubs, the 2001 Seattle Mariners, the 1998 New York Yankees are some of the greatest teams of all time. But what about the 1980 Denver Bears? That team won 92 games and finished 21.5 games ahead of the next closest team. They were an offensive juggernaut, averaging 6.36 runs per game. On top of that, they led the league in home runs, doubles, hits, and OPS. That's not all. They also were a menace on the base pass, finishing second in stolen bases with 143 and second in triples with 47. Man, they could fly. You may be asking yourself, what about their pitching? Their 3.87 ERA and 740 strikeouts were second in the league, and their 14 shutouts were tops in the league. They were hard to beat at home. At one point, they won 21 straight games at home. One of the stars of their team was a 20-year-old Tim Raines, who finished with a .354 batting average to go along with his 11 triples and 77 stolen bases. His teammates Tim Wallach and Randy Bass would also contribute, hitting a combined 73 home runs and driving in a combined 267 runs. 24 of the 29 players on that team would wind up playing in the major leagues. That group combined for 13 All-Star appearances, 3 Gold Gloves, and 3 Silver Sluggers. This team has got to go down as one of the best teams in minor league history.
Booby trap spelled backwards is party boob.
10 Japanese pitchers had already come to the United States, but no Japanese position player had ever appeared in the majors. Then, in 2000, the Japanese-owned Seattle Mariners decided to sign him anyway, hoping Ichiro would attract a large following among Asian Americans living in the Pacific Northwest.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark. Love y'all.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Jonah Heim. Misses off the plate wide. It's 1-0. The Braves are at the bat. I don't know why the jerseys are mixed up, but the Braves are batting the 1-0. Swing pops it up. Down the right field line, foul territory, making the easy catch is Rumfield, and there's one away. One up, one down. Braves trail 6-1. Jorge Mateo, the batter. Number 9 man in the order. On deck is Acuna. First pitch. Drifts a curveball in there. First strike, it's on 1. Quintana at just 57 pitches. The Braves really haven't done themselves any favors by having these quick at bats. The 0-1 outside wide, 1-1. One count. Turns and kicks. Down and in. Curveball. Ball 2, 2-1. Two-one to Mateo. They set up outside. High and out of the zone. Ball 3, 3-1. Pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball, foul back, full count. So full count to Mateo. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him, four-seam fastball. Mateo chased that one well out of the zone, and there's two down. That fastball was about just above the letters out of the zone. We'll say about 2 inches out of the zone. And back to the top of the order. Ronald Acuna Jr., first pitch swinging. Came out of his shoes on a changeup. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Down and in. 1-1. One count. Quintana brings it. Pitch number 65. Misses high. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Rolls over the curveball. Looks like it went off his foot. Foul. 2-2. The 2-2. Drake is on deck. The pitch to Acuna. Outside wide, full count. Acuna batting .242 on the year. The 2-2 pitch, swing. Rolls it over to second base, and that'll be an easy 4-3, and that'll end the inning. Braves go down without a whimper. We go to the bottom of the fifth, trailing by 5.
I'm going to say no one's better than me. but I just, him playing in his 7th Super Bowl.
The most prolific and pure passing quarterback that this generation has ever. Dan Marino. And it's always been Dan Marino.
But Marino, if you look at the stats, dude, his first season, 48 touchdowns in that era.
Back in,
dude,
what,
best
70s?
Best quarterback
80s?
season in history. I don't care what anyone says,
That's
dude.
crazy.
Like, every single time that I've been putting up and breaking these records, it's like Dan Marino had 170 touchdowns in 3 years. I'm like, what? I thought they ran the ball back then.
So it's hard to pick one, but I just think one of the guys I've seen play the best in that position that didn't get his due was Dan. I mean, you put Danny in here today with some of the size of these receivers and his ability to get the ball out of his hand and how accurate he was.
Not going to see quarterbacks like Dan Marino ever again.
Armchair.
Hey, does anybody else have to defrost when they first wake up before they start talking to people because they'd be mad as hell for no apparent reason for the first few minutes? Or is it just me?
In an era filled with home runs, Ichiro was a revelation, slapping the ball in every direction, beating out infield hits, flying around the bases.
Because this was in the midst of a bludgeon ball era in baseball, and here's this wiry little guy spraying base hits everywhere, beating out infield choppers, playing this sort of cerebral game was so different from the prevailing culture of the sport that I think it made it even more appealing.
Japanese newspapers and television stations dispatched hundreds of reporters to send back news of his every move to a nation eager for any information about their hero. Ichiro, his prime minister declared, makes me proud to be Japanese.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Atlanta Braves trail this one 6-1, bottom of the fifth. First pitch on the way is banged on the ground, foul. Run field, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Time is being called as they're going to check out the batter. Rumfield, see where that ball hit. Oh, got him right in the kneecap. He didn't realize that. I thought it rolled off the front where his protector is. Appears to be okay. He's getting back in. I think he wears some kind of a padding. But man. Pitch on the way, swung on, chopped over towards second base. 4-3 on the putout. One away. One down. And that'll bring Freeman to the plate. Freeman, the number 5 hitter, is 1 for 2 on the day, batting .293. Takes the first pitch down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Sinker right there. 1-1. One count. Pitch on the way on the 2-1, swung on and fouls it away. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, swing, chops it deep down the third base line, in and out of the glove of Riley, but it's a foul ball. The 2-2, cutter misses high, 3-2. Payoff pitch, misses ball 4, so he'll head to first. 1 on, 1 out. Weiss is at the top of the stairs. He's thinking about making a move here. Holmes is at 81 pitches. 1 out in the 5th inning. You can tell he's antsy. He wants to go out there, but Hefner's trying to talk him out of it. You can tell. First pitch on the way is up and in. For a ball, it's 1-0. The 1-0, swing, lifts it. High and deep into left field. Eli White's underneath it. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 down. They're going to flip it over to first real quick to keep the runner close by. Braves will have the heart of the order due up here in the 6th inning at the top of the 6th. So if they can keep it right where it's at, maybe they can make a dent on the scoreboard. 4-seam fastball misses high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Outside wide ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Holmes at 85 pitches. The 2-0. Swing, fouls it back, 2-1. The 2-1 to Castro. Swing, pops it up. Foul territory, shallow left field, making the jogging catch over his head is Riley, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves have kept it right there. Good job by Holmes by keeping him in check. We got to get some runs here in Colorado.
God gives the hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. When did I sign up for the war? When did I enlist?
Facebook just killed me. Dear Santa, I am writing this on the day after Xmas, and I am very sad. I only received one of the 2 presents I asked for. Since you ate my cookies, I will assume that my missing gift was a mistake. I will give you 1 week to fix this, Jeremy. Dear Jeremy, I am sorry you are disappointed with your presents. You asked for 2 very expensive presents, and Santa can only do so much. You need to learn to be grateful for what you have, not upset about what you don't. If you continue to complain, I will have no choice but to add you to the naughty list next year, Santa. Dear Fatty, your threats don't scare me. I played your game and you did not deliver. This is not okay. I will give you 1 week and then you will pay. Jeremy. P.S. I don't know why you care that it's expensive when you have elf slaves to make things for you. I think you are naughty for having slaves. Period, Jeremy.
Ichiro finished his first season, leading the American League in at-bats, hits, batting average, and stolen bases, won a Gold Glove Award, and was voted Rookie of the Year and MVP. It would be his first of 9 consecutive 200-hit seasons, breaking a record set by Wee Willie Keeler a century earlier in 1901. Other big league clubs were now eager to sign the next Ichiro.
That's a great thing about globalization, that people can take this thing that you played with and invented, and maybe to some degree spoiled with whatever's going on here, and it can go to an entirely different place and be recreated and regrown as if it's a hybrid flower of some kind, and then come back and show you the game maybe in a different way, and maybe in a way it used to be that you hadn't thought of in a long time.
Welcome back. First pitch swinging by Drake Baldwin. Lazy fly ball into center field. Making the catch. F8 in your scorecard to start the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here to start the 6th. Ozzie Albies will come to the plate. Olsen on deck. He's the only one who's done anything tonight. Olsen with the solo shot if you're just joining us. That put the Braves on the scoreboard in the 4th inning. First pitch, right there at the knees, 4-seam fastball. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Check swing. Did he go around? He did. 0-2. Oh-2 count, swing, drifts it into left center field. That's down for a base hit. Ozzie's digging for 2. Here comes the throw, and he is safe on a head-first slide, and the Braves got something cooking here. With 1 out here in the 6th inning, a 1-out double by the Wiz. Good piece of hitting there by Ozzie.
I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz and nobody beats me.
First pitch on the way. Matt Olson is a curveball, bang foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Change up in the dirt, 1-1. One count. Changeup misses down and ball 2-1. The 2-1. Swing, hits it on the ground, up the middle. Backhanded by the second baseman, flips it over to first. Olson down, 4-3 on the putout, and there's 2 away. On the play, Ozzie Albies moves down to third, but there are 2 outs, and Mauricio Dubon, who's 1 for 2 on the day, will come to the plate. Good defensive stop over there by the second baseman, Julian. Had to lay out and backhand it and leap to his knees to make the play. Quick mound visit out there by Goodman. Doesn't appear to be a ton of movement out there in that Rockies bullpen. Quintana's only at 76 pitches. And pitching coach for the Rockies, Alan Leichman, will head back to the dugout. Dubon comes to the plate, batting .279 after a hot start to the year. His batting average has dropped quite a bit, but he is 1 for 2 tonight. Lefty, righty, first pitch. Outside wide, changeup misses the edge. It's 1-0. Infield back and to the left. The 1-0. Swing, pops it back foul. 1-1. The 1-1 from Quintana, down and in, ball 2-1. Two-one pitch.
What's for dinner? Hey, chef, what's for dinner?
Foul back out of play, so you got a 2-2 count. Kicks and fires, swing. Fouls it off the plate, 2-2. Ozzie at third. 2 outs, a 2-2 count. Dubon trying to find any way to get that run home. Kicks and fires. Fouls that down the right field side. Giving chase is the right fielder. He'll make a diving attempt in the foul territory. It'll roll under his glove. But it was in foul territory, so it's a long strike. 2-2 once again. John with fish fry and French onion soup. I had fish as well. Rico's Tacos, China Buffet, anxiety for dinner, nachos. The 2-2 count. Tell you what, pitch, swing, pops it up, foul out of play. There's been 3 foul balls in a row, so it's probably a moot point, but they have fallen asleep on Ozzie at third. He's got a decent lead, and you got a left-handed pitcher who's not holding him. He could probably steal home. The 2-2. Swing. Hard, semi-hard hit ball over to third. A 2-hopper into the glove of the third baseman, Castro. 5-3, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th, trailing 6-1. You know, we forgot to do the 5th inning thing, didn't we?
War's over, man. Drop the big one.
Well, since when are you the quitting kind?
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. And it ain't over now. Who's with me? Let's go!
I don't have to tell you things are bad. It's depression. Everybody's scared. Punks are running wild in the street. The air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. I want you to get mad.
Will you fight? No! We will run! And we will live.
Shame on you. This could be the greatest night of our lives. You're gonna let it be the worst.
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen.
Wretched slugs. Don't any of you have the guts to play for blood?
I'm your huckleberry.
I'll put you out of your misery.
Say wham.
You gotta say, damn it, my life has value.
And I'm gonna stay right here and fight for this lost cause.
Intruder.
Yes, you're an intruder. I was having a perfectly nice trip until you walked into my life. Hey! I'm just lying around.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
Right. Psychotic, but absolutely right. We gotta take these bastards.
Are they yelling in Atlanta?
Are they yelling in Atlanta?
I'm as mad as hell!
They're yelling in Atlanta.
Son of a We struck the mother load!
I'm mad as hell!
I'm mad as hell!
I'm not gonna take it anymore!
And this crowd's back into it now.
I didn't think you had it in you.
You look like somebody just walked over your grave. Play for blood, remember? Tucking this up.
Yeah, we're all officially kicked out of school.
That makes sense.
Welcome back. Anthony Molina with a sparkling 7.27 ERA comes on to the bump for the 6th inning. Four-seam fastball misses. Back-to-back, it's 2-0. Molina has only played in Colorado in his career as a Rocky. The 2-0. Misses high. 3-0. 3-0 count. We talked about this on Braves Country Day. We thought we would see him in a game that got out of hand one way or the other. 3-0 right there for a strike, 3-1. And mainly you bring him up because, A, you don't really expect anyone to grab him if you have to kick him to the curb. And B, he's pitched in Colorado. The 3-1 pitch, swing, fouls it back. He's got good velocity, but everything I've read on his chart, A, the fastball doesn't have a ton of movement, and that he's also has lacked control over his career. But it definitely flies out of his hand. And, I mean, he's a youngster. The 3-2. Misses high. Ball 4. So he comes in and walks the first man he sees. Anthony Molina, 6'1", 170-pounder out of Venezuela, 24 years old. Jake McCarthy, the batter. Number 9 hitter in the order. First pitch misses outside. It's 1-0. If you wonder why you saw McCarthy squaring up to bunt. Colorado knows how this stadium plays, and every run is valuable in the late innings because you could have an inning explode on you at any moment where you cough up 4 or 5 and you're looking for that extra insurance. 1-0's foul back. It's 1-1. Top of the order standing on deck in Julian and Moniak. 1 on, nobody out. The 1-1. Right there at the knees, 1-2. One-two count. McCarthy batting .263 on the year. Pitch is high and out of the zone. It's 2-2. Pitch swung on, foul back. We'll do it again. Marlins have made it a little closer there. They're in the bottom of the 9th in batting in Miami. They trail now just 6-4. The tying run is at the plate, and there is nobody out. So they might be firing Don Mattingly before it's all said and done. The 2-2 count. Pretty good lead over there at first. Molina might want to look back over there again. The pitch on the way. Swing. Rolls it on the ground to second. Ozzie shovels it to second. They'll relay it down to Olsen at first, and that's a 6-4-3 rally killing double play. Good shovel by Ozzie and a pistol there from Mateo. I did not think they were going to get McCarthy because he can fly. Have to see it again. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of pushback, but man, that was a close play. Yeah, he just got him. About a quarter step, if that. First pitch to Edward Julian is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Turns and kicks. Check swing. 1-1. 1-1 count. Misses high. 2-1. Braves will have bottom half of the order due up in the 7th inning. The 2-1 pitch. Swing. Chopper over to first. Olsen's got it. He'll flip it to Molina, and that'll end the inning. So not a very impressive outing, but nonetheless, Molina got the job done. We'll be back in a flash. 7th inning we go, 6-1 Rockies.
What do you want? Hamburger? Hamburger? French fries? French fries? Fart. Ruby!
Dear Jeremy, you are being a very bad little boy because you cannot be happy with what you have. I have talked to your parents and told them to take away your Wii U. Wow. Now you have nothing. Once you learn to be grateful, perhaps you can have it back. I am very disappointed in you, Jeremy. You will need to be an extra good boy this year if you want to make it back on the nice list. Dear Santa, I do not like that stunt you pulled in my pants. You are on my naughty list. Now be afraid. Enjoy your cookies next year. Jeremy was not playing.
I have still 2 gloves that I've carded across all the years, and I have them for a purpose. One selfish, one familial. The selfish reason is I love them. I love them because they remind me of what I was when I was a kid, and they allow me to still be a kid when I hold the gloves. I can still see my parents, I can still see the apartment we lived in, all of those things. The familial reason is that my kids, like a lot of kids today, have an excess of things, material things. But my boys who played baseball, when they were 12, 13, or 14, they would occasionally come to me and say, Dad, I can't find my stuff. I can't find my catcher's equipment. You know where my bats went? And I'd go get one of the gloves and I'd say, hold it up, and I'd say, I've had this since 1954. I know where this is. Go find your stuff and don't lose it.
Top of the seventh we go. A game that started off really slow, but it's really picked up pace. Braves trail 6-1. Austin Riley, Eli White, and Jonah Heim will be the batters. So the 6, 7, 8 batters. First pitch to Austin Riley is a fastball, four-seamer, misses high. It's 1-0. Looks like Yastrzemski has moved on deck. So it'll be Riley, Yastrzemski, and Heim. The 1-0. Swing, rips it into center field. That's a sinker down for a base hit. And the ball actually kicks off the glove of the second baseman. So if you're scoring at home, make it a single and an E8 as Riley will make it to second on the air and his second hit of the night. And that's not nothing when you're struggling like the Rake has been struggling. Braves get the leadoff runner on. Let's go, Braves country.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
Two for 3 on the day, and that raises Riley's average above the Mendoza line to 202. Agnos, the right-hander, is in for Quintana. His day is done. You can put his numbers in the book. 6 innings, 3 strikeouts. Just the 1 home run allowed on the 1 run to Olson. 5 hits allowed. And he'll exit as the man who would gain the win if this score holds. But this game's a long way from over. First pitch to Yastrzemski's a swing and a miss in the dirt. Sweeper, it's 0-1. I actually saw some bonehead. They were talking to one of the reporters who had posted something. And some bonehead was telling them that it's time to go ahead and DFA Mike Yastrzemski and eat the money. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt, 1-1. Said something to the effect of, if the Braves were serious, they would DFA the Yaz. Dude signed a 2-year, $23 million deal. You're just going to DFA him because he's in a slump for a few weeks? That's why it's always good that a lot of these knuckleheads aren't in positions of any real power, doing anything, much less running a baseball team. The 1-1. Lifts it down the third base line, bending foul. 1-2. 1-2 count. He'd be DFAing the Yaz, and he'd be starting Kilpatrick out there in the outfield, bringing him up from Double-A. The 1-2 to Yastrzemski. Swing, rolls it over to first. That'll get Riley down to third base, but it's not what you're looking for when you're trailing by 5. 1 away. Jonah Heim now the batter. You do wonder when they start. They may not do it right now because of the score, but there comes a point in this game if the game's in the balance later that you would pinch it for Heim and just forfeit your designated hitter, as we've seen them do before this year. Maybe Heim can get one on. First pitch on the way to Heim is a swing and a miss slider. It's 0-1. He was going for the downs on that one. You're looking for more than just a... The infield is back and to the right, but you're looking for more than that. You need a base hit, the 0-1 swing. chases one a little out of the zone. He'll dribble it to second. Riley will come home to score, and it's 6-2. And normally you would be happy with the get them on, get them over, get them in, but not when you're trailing by 5 going into the inning. So 6-2 your score, and that'll bring Mateo to the plate. Mateo 0 for 2. He tries to drop a bunt, pretty good bunt. Good grab by the pitcher. He'll flip it to first and get Mateo by about a step or so, and that'll end the inning. Not a terrible idea when you're struggling at the plate, but he couldn't connect. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the 7th we go. Your Atlanta Braves trail by 4 here in Colorado. Mickey Moniak, 2 for 3 on the day. The pitch from Molina swung on and fouled back out of play. Curveball. Molina's second inning of work. Coming in here to try to eat some innings for Atlanta. It'll be Moniak, Goodman, and Rumfield. Pitch on the way in the dirt. Curveball. Braves trail 6-2. Bottom of the 7th, 6-run, 7 hits, and an error for Colorado. All the damage coming in the first 2 innings. Braves 2 runs, 6 hits, and an error. The 1-2 pitch, swing, lifts it. High and deep into center field. Dubon's got it. He's underneath it just before the warning track for allowed out number 1. Willis. Sorry, I couldn't sing. I was busy eating donuts. Hunter Goodman coming to the plate. 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch swing and rolls it over to Riley at third. Will it stay fair? It will. Riley's on it, fires a bullet to first, and it's a 5-3 putout. Quickly 2 down. Yeah, what kind of donuts, Willis? Did you get them delivered this time of night, or were you getting them old stale ones? Bottom of the pile. Two down, and the first pitch from Molina to Rumfield. It's right there for a strike. It's 0-1. 8th inning is next. The 0-1. Outside changeup misses. 1-1. One pitch, swing and a miss. Change curveball in the dirt. Chase that down and away. Braves will have the top of the order due up in the 8th. That's the good news. Bad news, we trail 6-2. You'll have Acuna, Baldwin, Ozzie if anybody gets on Olsen. Feels like if you're going to make a comeback, next inning is the spot. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Two count. Molina comes set, his 26th pitch of the evening. Swing chopper over the mound towards Ozzie, backhands it at second. Flips it to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Rockies go down 1-2-3. It's 8th inning time here in Braves country.
106 miles to Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink. When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Have dinner, ready?
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer. Salute.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks!
Pretty soon we're going to become this country.
This is total BS!
Oh, yeah. Me and the Lord. You gotta understand it. We're on a mission for God.
I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you've probably seen a couple.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Ronald Acuna Jr. will lead us off to start the inning. First pitch on the way is a cutter up and in to Acuna. It's 1-0. Acuna bent out of the way. He gets a little over dramatic. I mean, he's got to understand when you hang out over the plate and ball comes inside, it is what it is. The 1-0 misses up and in, 2-0. If you're going to hang out over the plate, you're going to have to take the good with the bad. 2-0 count. Brings it right down the pipe for a strike, 2-1. Acuna 1 for 3 on the day. The 2-1. Misses high, 3-1. So a 3-1 count. Baldwin on deck. Ozzie in the hole. Olsen if they can keep the line moving. The 3-1 pitch. Up high and out of the zone, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first, take all of his Iron Man gear off. That's another thing. If you're wearing a suit of armor, why do you care if they throw inside to you, man? Just take your licks and head on down to first. Drake Baldwin, the batter. Now, what was going on years ago with him and the Marlins, that was a little different story. First pitch to the Drake is a swing and a miss sweeper. It's 0-1. Drake 0 for 2 on the day, batting .303 on the year. Ozzie on deck, Olsen in the hole. Jaden Hill, the right-hander, warming up in the pen for the Rockies. The 0-1 pitch swing. Ball gets away. Acuna will head on down to second base. There will be no throw. And
I feel the need for speed.
Get a runner into scoring position. It is an 0-2 count on Drake Baldwin. The 0-2. Brings it. Check swing in front of the mound. Dribbles it foul in between home and first. Phillies did hold on and beat the Marlins 6-5, so take that for what it's worth. Good and bad news. The 0-2 swing. Bangs it down the line. Foul. Do it again. This score holds. We won't lose any ground on the Marlins, but the Phillies will gain a game. They'll get within 8.5 of Atlanta. Marlins will stay within 6.5. The 0-2. Chapman has just a bad at bat. Strike 3. Down on strikes. Flips it down to first as the ball got away a little bit. One away. He was just flailing up there at every pitch. I don't know if he just wasn't picking them up or what, but runner at second, 1 out. And Ozzie Albies the batter. Olsen on deck. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss at the sweeper. 0-1. Dubon is in the hole. If they kept the line moving, Riley would follow the 0-1. Down and in. 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing. Slaps it back foul. Against the backstop, it's 1-2. We were having a debate about this earlier today, me and one of the other radio guys, and they were, the argument was, who are you pulling from this series, Phillies or the Marlins? The Marlins are much closer. My whole thing is, when it's all said and done, pull against the Phillies, because at the trade deadline, if they're in it, Philly will make a move. The 1-2, misses high and inside, 2-2. The Marlins won't make a move. They don't have the ability to make a move. They don't have the financial resources to bring in a couple of big pieces. So when in doubt, pull for the little guy. The 2-2 in the dirt, 3-2. Full count. But when it's all said and done, if the Braves continue to play good baseball, it won't be an issue. They'll rack up their wins, and they'll find themselves in October. Full count to Ozzie. Pitch on the way. Inside, almost gets him in the foot, and that'll be ball 4. So Ozzie will head on down to first. Quick mound visit out there. Pitching coach Alan Leichman going out there. By the way, the pitching coach's first name, I'm sorry, that's actually the manager. The manager, Warren Schaefer, going to the mound to make the pitching change. Runners at first and second, 1 out. We'll be back in a flash. The Atlanta Braves trail by 4. But the tying run has now made it to the on-deck circle. Welcome back. Right-hander on the bump for the Rockies. Jaden Hill. Matt Olson, the batter. First pitch on the way in the dirt. For a ball, it's 1-0. Jaden Hill, 6'4", 260-pounder. 26-year-old. Is out of Ashdown, Arkansas. Played his college ball for the Louisiana State Tigers. The 1-0. Swing. Bangs the changeup off the plate. Rolls back to the backstop. It's 1-1. Tying run is on deck in the form of Dubon. Riley would follow behind. Braves just got to keep the line moving. 6-2 your score. The 1-1 to Olson. Swing. Change up. Goes back to the over the third base side. Fouling out of play. 1-2. Olson 1 for 3 with the solo shot earlier. 10 home runs on the year and 29 RBI. Infield playing back into the right, so a huge hole on the left side. Third baseman is playing close to the bag for a force out. So in between third and short, there's a mountain in between them. The 1-2. Misses high, 2-2. Four-seam fastball. Misses out of the zone. Hill has been with the Rockies since 2024, his entire MLB career, and has a career ERA at 3.68, the 2-2. Outside wide, 3-2. I'll tell you what, that's a pretty good ERA if you spend your entire career with the Rockies. Full count. Olson digging in. Hill comes set. The wind up, the pitch. Outside, high and wide, ball 4. So Hill head on down to first. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Ducks all over the pond. And here comes Mauricio Dubon. Dubon standing in. First pitch on the way. Outside, four-seam fastball. It's 1-0. Dubon, 277 on the year, 2 home runs. What you're looking here now is for something to get down. Be a good night to go shopping in the Gap in Colorado. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball. It's 1-1. We'll go ahead and pull the screen back in case anything gets down. You can see the traffic go. 1-1 count. Hill flips it up there. Outside wide. Slider misses. Ball 2, 2-1. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball. Bringing it. 97 miles an hour. Realistically, should have just let that one go. It was in the zone, but if you make contact with that, that's going to be a weak pop out the way that Dubon was flailing to the left. The 2-2. Swing, slaps it. Right field. Get down, get down. That ball's going to get down where the green grass grows. 1 run will score. Your Atlanta Braves make it 6-3.
Would you have any
2 runs will score. 3 runs will score. It's 6-5 and we're alive.
Pleasures.
Mauricio Dubon, one of life's finer pleasures. A triple down the right field line, and the Braves have the tying run 90 feet away with 1 out, and Austin Riley coming to the plate. That ball got down, and we talked about how big this ballpark is. By the time they got to the ball and got it into the infield, Dubon was already standing at third. Olson, we all know he doesn't run that great. He easily cruised. And Dubon with the foot first slide, leaping to his feet, slapping Tommy Watkins' hands. And mound visit out there, see if they're going to make a change. Hill would still have to face one more batter, but you could pitch around Riley. The infield is in. First pitch on the way to Riley. Check swing. Did he go around? Look like he did. It's 0-1. Riley's got to have a good at bat here. Cannot be swinging at garbage. That was a garbage pitch. The 0-1. Make him get you out, Riley. The 0-1 pitch. Swing! That ball's chopped down the third baseline. It's 0-2. So now you got to shorten up your swing a little bit with the infield in. All he's got to do is make decent contact, and he's going to tie this ball game. If he can't come through, the Yaz is on deck. The 0-2. Swing. Lifts it. Down the right field line. Getting. That's going to be deep enough to tie the game. Here comes the throw into the infield. F9 your scorecard. It'll trickle in. And Dubon scores, and Riley comes through with the big sac fly, baby. Good at bat, Austin Riley.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
Did we tell you don't go anywhere when it was 6-0? This is Colorado Rockies baseball. The game is never over. Braves have finally tied it. Still far from out of the woods. As the Yaz comes to the plate, he could be the hero with one swing. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Be interesting to see where the Braves go to the bullpen out of here into the 8th inning. You know, they haven't used Suarez in quite a few days. You could, in theory, get 2 innings out of him. 1-0. Swing. Pops it up down the line. Out of play. 1-1. So 1-1 count. On deck would be Heim if they decide not to pinch hit for him. You've got a few pinch hitting options on the bench, including Dominic Smith. The 1-1. Smacks the edge. Good slider there. 1-2. So the 1-2 count. Hill comes set. Looking in. The pitch. Outside wide, 2-2. Yastrzemski. Batting .204 on the year. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased a bad one in the dirt. Strike 3, and that'll end the inning. But not before your Atlanta Braves put a nickel on the board. We'll be back in a flash. 6-6. We'll go to the bullpen, heading to the bottom of the 8th when we return.
Call a business owned by a broad and ask to speak to the man in charge. Be a man.
There was 1,000 Brits and 1,000 Americans. Who do you think would win in a fight?
I can't believe I'm about to say this as a Brit, but I've got to be honest. The question there was who would win in a fight between America and the UK. Yep, the UK doesn't stand a chance. I'm a Brit in America. I have been around Americans. I've spent many months in America, right? What are we going to do with our little butter knives? Nothing. The Americans would simply look at the Brits and say, let's go. Yeah, the Brits would turn up with their marmalade sandwiches, Paddington Bear, and their butter knives. What are the Brits going to do? This fight has already happened between the Brits and America. Yeah. And they won with farmers and pitchforks. What makes you think us Brits, yeah, tally-ho, are going to turn up and win? I'm sorry, it hurts me to say it as a Brit, but I've been around Americans. I understand how Americans are, yeah? It ain't happening. It's game over for the Brits, mate. It's done. See you later, King Charles. See you later, pal.
It crashed into the top of the tower.
I woke up the morning of September 11th. I had an appearance in Manhattan, waiting for a car service to pick me up.
My phone rings. It's the car service saying, "You still going?" I said, "Yeah, why?" I hadn't turned the TV on. He said, "Well, a plane flew into the World Trade Center." Well, I turned on the TV, and then the second plane hit the World Trade Center.
The tragedy was too great to comprehend. The country was in shock. No one knew what was going to happen next. Planes were grounded. Schools and businesses were closed. The financial markets shut down. Major League Baseball canceled all games indefinitely.
Thank you, Iron Lung. Appreciate the channel support.
We accept that one of us. We accept that one of us.
Didier Fuentes coming on.
Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball. High and inside. For a strike, it's 0-1. 0-1. Outside wide, slider misses, 1-1. One count. Swing. Slaps the four-seamer back to the backstop. 96 miles an hour. 1-2. One thing that makes you nervous about this when they bring him in is, man, don't ruin Diddy out here in Colorado. The 1-2. Outside wide, 2-2. The 2-2. Inside, hit him in the hand. Four-seam fastball smoked him in the knuckles. And he is wincing in pain. Freeman will head to first, and they'll have the leadoff runner on. Man, that actually got him in the wrist. Man, does that look like that hurts. And it hit straight up on the wrist bone. They're taking a look at his forearm as well right now. You all know that all that stuff's connected. Hopefully that kid's okay. One on, nobody out. I was able to put, you probably have to refresh the screen, but I was able to put the Diddy Party emoji in for y'all at the break. I was waiting for it to load. It looks like it has loaded. So 6-6 your score. Runner at first, nobody out. Looks like he's going to stay in, so it appears to be okay. He's the right fielder, so we'll see in the bottom of the top of the next inning if he's able to go out there and play defense. First pitch on the way to Johnson, swing and a miss. The four-seam fastball, it's 0-1. We are identical across the board. 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for both teams. Braves trailed this game 6-0. A solo shot by Olsen in the fourth made it 6-1 as the 0-1 swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball, pumping it right by him. It's 0-2. We attacked on another run in the 7th to make it 6-2, and then 4 in the 8th. And that's where we stand here in the bottom of the 8th. Double play would come in handy here, the 0-2. Inside misses 1-2. It's not really hitting his spots with that fastball. And he's bringing it, but where Heim is setting up at and where that ball's landing each time are usually a mile apart. So he's probably having issues with the altitude as well. I doubt he's ever pitched out here, the 1-2. Swing, hard hit ball on the ground. That could be it. 6, 4, 6, 3. Rally killing double play. Good shovel by Ozzie. He's had a couple of those tonight from far away. I mean, he's shoveling it right into Mateo. Mateo's grabbing it in stride and firing it to first. They both kind of high-fived right after that. That was a pretty play. That won't hit your highlight reel, but second time they've done that tonight where it seems seamless. They just shovel it and flip it back to Olsen. First pitch to Castro is swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. Castro 0 for 3, fouled out in the 5th. Got an RBI. Batting .238 on the year. The 0-1 outside wide, 1-1. 1-1 count. Turns and brings it. Inside. Woo! Four-seamer about got him. 2-1. We'll bring the screen in so you can see what I'm seeing, because if Heim is setting up inside, the ball's going outside and vice versa. The 2-1 pitch. Swing, fouls it back, 2-2. That's the biggest thing that pitchers say, that they just can't control the ball when they're here in Colorado because of the altitude and the way the ball cuts. If you think about when you're on normal land, the ball cuts, and the way you hold that ball with the seams, it cuts because of the air. Well, it doesn't have that same effect up here as the 2-2. Misses outside, 3-2. That's why so many pitchers struggle out here in Colorado. And then when you add the fact that the outfield is ridiculously wide. The payoff pitch, swing, pops it up, high in the sky. This should end the inning. Riley's underneath it, fair catch. He'll make the catch, and we'll go to the 9th inning with a chance to take the lead. Pinch me, am I dreaming, Braves country? 6-6 here in Denver.
Oh, God. Just keep your mouth shut. You just making it worse.
I'm just feeling really down these days, and I don't know why. Have you exercised today? No. Did you go outside? No. Did you talk to anyone? No. Did you eat well? No. Did you limit your scrolling time? No. Did you make any plans? No. Did you drink enough water? No. Did you get enough sleep? No. Wait, yes. Yes to that one. Yeah, no, it's, what a mystery.
Over the next few days, the nation slowly began to regroup. Thousands made their way to New York to help search the rubble for survivors. Only a handful were found. They're still trying to find people, Derek Jeter, a resident of Manhattan, said. I really don't think it's the right time to play baseball. On Friday, September 14th, Commissioner Bud Selig announced that baseball would begin again the following Monday.
Following Monday, when they opened Wall Street, the streets were ringed with men with machine guns. There was still smoke pouring out of the pyre of the World Trade Center. A cop recognizes me. He says, "How are you?" I said, I'm all right. I'm all right. "How are you?" He says, "I'm worried." I said, "Yeah, I'm worried too." He said, "I'm worried about the Mets." And I sort of snapped out of it. I said, "You're worried about the Mets?" He said, "Yeah, well, I mean, the season resumes tonight. I'm really worried. They're in Pittsburgh. I mean, do you think they've got enough to get back in the pennant race? I mean, they were doing so well, and can they catch the Braves?" I said, "How on earth could that possibly matter? We're standing, I mean, the smoke coming up from behind us." And when, he says, "Well," he says, "it doesn't matter. Of course it doesn't matter. I got 300 friends dead. It doesn't matter." He says, "But tonight, 7 o'clock, and all day the rest of today, I can look forward to 7 o'clock where I can put my feet up and pretend it does matter."
Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@BravesCountry. So for you Rockies fans, not sure if it means he's injured or they're just doing precautionary, but Freeman is out of the game. Jordan Beck is in right field. Juan Mejia is coming on for the Rockies. First pitch on the way is upstairs, misses high and out of the zone to Heim. It's 1-0. I'm a little surprised they're not pinch hitting for Jonah Heim, but that's where we're at, the 1-0. Brings it down and in. Did he go around? They check down the line. He did not. 2-0.
2-0 count. Kicks and fires. Just grabs the outer edge, and they do not get the call. They're going to challenge this, though. And I do think they're going to win this one. And they do. 2-1. Yeah, he's been pinching that zone all night long. East and west on both teams. Someone finally called him on it. The 2-1. Misses ball 3-1. So 3-1 count. The other question would be if he walks or gets on somehow, do you pinch run for him? He would be the go-ahead run. The 3-1 pitch. Misses high, ball 4, so he'll head on down to first. I guess we'll find out real quick. Quick mound visit, and they're going to pinch run Kyle Farmer. All right. Is he faster than Jonah Hine? I think it would be flat-footed in a foot race, but all right. Dominic Smith would be the other option, or you could have done something tricky like pinch run a pitcher and then go from there. But anyway you look at it, because the pitcher will have to hit going forward. First pitch on the way, swing, fouls it away. Michael Harris II is at the plate. It's 0-1. Harris is in for Mateo, so what's going to end up happening is Dubon will slide to the shortstop position. Is the 0-1, down and in. 1-1. And most likely, with Baldwin staying in to catch, we're going to lose the DH, and that's where you'll put the pitcher spot, is where Michael's hitting. The 1-1 swing, hammers it down the line, foul. 1-2. So 1-2 to Harris. Runner at first, nobody out. On deck is Ronald Acuna Jr., the Braves. Go ahead runners at first. The pitch on the way. Swing! That ball is belted high and deep. Going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lamma, ding-dong, a 2-run shot. Are you kidding me? Helter-skelter from 6-0. It's 8-6, your Atlanta Braves.
My name is Money Mike. All right, then.
A mighty smack over the track.
This ain't for play. I don't do this for fun. Might want to shave. Might want to shave somebody else. Never know.
A mighty smack over the track. It was yanked and cranked. And good God almighty, we got a party in here. 2-run lead. And the top of the order, still nobody out. First pitch on the way to Ronald Acuna Jr. It's a sweeper right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Nothing but smiles in the Braves dugout. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Down below the knees. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Acuna, who's 1 for 3 on the day, brings it, swing, rips it into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and that'll get a man on. Ronald Acuna Jr.
Bravo.
He's not singing it, he's bringing it. 8-6 your score, and here comes the Drake.
Bravo.
Holy Toledo. First pitch on the way to the Drake is off the plate. Called for a wide strike. It's 0-1. Braves still have a challenge left, so do the Rockies. The 0-1. Mejia. Quick move over to first. Acuna back in time. Robert Suarez is warming up in the pen. I think no matter what the score is going in the ninth, he'll get the ball because it's been so long since he's pitched. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Sweeper off the edge. It's 0-2. So in other words, even if the Braves break this open past what it considered a save opportunity, you got to figure he's going to get the ball. The 0-2 count. Check swing. Did he go around? They checked down the line. They said he did. Strike 3. And Drake Baldwin 0 for 4 on the day. His batting average is going to go all the way down to .299. He's in a little bit of a slump. No one's really talked about that. But this past week, he has not been hitting the ball. Of course, this early in the year, it doesn't take long for your batting average to drop if you struggle for 3 or 4 games. Ozzie Albies the batter. First pitch on the way, and the Ronald Acuna Jr. Dekes the catcher. He fakes like he's taken off and then slams on the brakes. It's 1-0. 1-0. Open stance from the left side. Kicks and fires. Runner goes. Throw down to second base, and Acuna's got that base stolen. Good jump there by Ronald Acuna Jr.
I feel the need for speed.
Good jump on the play there. The 1-1 pitch to Ozzie, swung on and lifted. High and deep into left field, drifting back at the track. Here comes the throw into the infield. Acuna will go halfway and retreat. And there's now 2 down. 2 down. Matt Olson, the batter. See if they pitched him. Nope. They're going to automatically walk. So first and second, 2 outs. And Mauricio Dubon, who's 2 for 4 on the day and triple to right his last time up. See what the plan is here. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch, right down the pipe for a strike, 4-seam fastball. It's 0-1, the 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing, laces it to first. Line drive, Adam ball. Pretty good hit by Dubon once again, but this time the first baseman was standing there. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the ninth we go. Robert Suarez, time the Braves have taken a 2-run lead.
Hey, I know y'all do stuff different in Africa, but this ain't gonna fly in my American church. A South African pastor who claims to heal people by farting in their face claims he farts the Holy Spirit. Ain't no way. First of all, if you fart the Holy Spirit, I fart cash register sounds. Can't believe y'all letting that man sit down on y'all face. Y'all ain't scared of mist? Yeah, it goes through cotton. You can't even really see it. It's like a spooky dookie. Our people don't think. Not every day is going to be a fart. Bro, I can't see how y'all let them sit on y'all face after 2 or 3 sermons. You know you sweat on the pulpit. Now you smell like Holy Ghost nuts.
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
You're out of luck because that's like all I got, dude. I'm like 95% cringe, and then it stops because I didn't have enough to get 100%. So it's just cringe, and that's on. Embrace the cringe!
The New York Yankees' first game was in Chicago.
The remarkable part was we go out there and in the stands you see We Love New York, and we're in Chicago, and you know that, in Boston they were playing New York, New York. That type of stuff just gave you goosebumps when you realized that it was just a country coming together. And our baseball was there to distract the people from, thinking about the horrors that just went on.
Welcome back. Atlanta Braves have taken a 2-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Robert Suarez, big time, comes to the bump. Suarez, he could have some rust on him, so you got to be a little bit concerned by that. He'll come on with a .71 ERA in 12 2/3 innings and a 0.87 whip. Righty-righty matchup to start the inning. First pitch is a four-seam fastball, misses down and away. It's 1-0. His last outing was on April 26th. The 1-0. Fouls it back 1-1. So Sunday afternoon. 1-1 count. Brings it. Fouls it back. Braves 8, Colorado 6. Braves trailed this one 6-0 after 2. The 1-2. Down and away, 2-2. 2-2 count. Atlanta trailed 6-1 after 6 innings. 1 in the 7th, 4 in the 8th, and 2 in the 9th. The 2-2, four-seam in the dirt, nowhere near the zone, and it's a full count. The payoff pitch from Suarez. Swing, fouls off the four-seam fastball, 99 miles an hour. We'll do it again. The 3-2. Swing, fouls it straight back. Tovar at the plate. On deck, they've got Brendan Doyle. The payoff pitch. Swing, chops it up the middle. In between Suarez's legs. Ozzy's got it, flips it to first. One down. That was a sizzler coming back. I don't know how it missed Suarez. Somehow he danced out of the way. Thankfully so. First of all, avoiding injury. Second of all, if that ball hits him, it's probably going to ricochet somewhere weird, and they would have had the tying run to the plate. Brenton Doyle comes to the plate. In for McCarthy. Righty-righty. First pitch. Smacks the edge for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Brings it. Swing and a miss cutter. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count. You can see the chop going on in the background here in Denver. The pitch on the way, swing. That ball's going to get hit against the shift. Light hit into right field. Ozzy chases it but can't get to it. And they've got the tying run coming to the plate. So 1 on and 1 out, and the top of the order coming up for Colorado. Julian coming to the plate. Moniak on deck. Just went off the tip of his bat. Not a hard hit ball, but it was against the shift. And he hit them where they ain't. First pitch to Moniak is a changeup. Down and in, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Moniak. Or, I'm sorry, Julian. Moniak on deck. The 1-0. Right there at the knees, 1-1. Second game of our doubleheader. Appreciate y'all hanging out here on a Friday here in Braves Country. One count. Rockies are going to challenge that, but they will lose that challenge.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss, it's 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Kicks and fires. Just misses. 2-2. Four-seam fastball just below the knees. Moniak on deck. Goodman in the hole. Moniak, who's already hit one out tonight. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Braves are 1 out away from coming back all the way from a 6-run deficit. Moniak stands in the way. Mickey Moniak, 2 for 4 on the day, a single in the first, a 439-foot home run in the second, grounded out to short and grounded out to center. Tying run at the plate. First pitch on the way. Swing, chopper, back up the middle. Grabbed by Dubon. He'll flip it to first. 6-3. Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. Excuse me, that was Farmer. I don't know why I said Dubon. Whiskey for my men, beer for my horses. Your Atlanta Braves come back and pull off a shocker.
You get loser. 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 Do you see what you get when you mess with the Warrior?
Let's try that again. Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. Whiskey for my men, beer for my horses. 8 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Braves. 6 runs, 8 hits, an error for the Colorado. Fuentes will get the W. Mejia the loss, and Suarez will get his 4th save of the year. Good God Almighty, it's great to be a Braves fan right now. Pulling rabbits out of the hat, and we'll see you tomorrow. Game ball. Let's give it to Dubon. That triple in the 4th inning, or that triple to cap off a 4-run 8th inning was enormous. They pitched around to get to him, and Dubon dropped one into the right field corner, cleared the bases, and it tied the game, and the rest is history. Braves 8, Colorado 6, and we won't lose any ground on Philadelphia. We'll gain a game on Miami and on Washington. Mets and Angels, they're tied at 3 in the 7th inning. We'll see you tomorrow night. 7:30 we'll come on the air. 8:10 first pitch, about a half hour earlier than tonight's game. I know it's a little weird just the way they do it. We'll see you tomorrow. Braves win it in a heart stopper, 8-6.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
It is the American game. That's just what it is. And actually, I can feel like I'm 15 when I'm talking baseball. I'm watching baseball. This is it. It does this. It can do this to any. It brings you back.
To the ball game, take me out with the crowd.
Goodbye, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart, goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.